Father Anandamayi says, remembrance of God should be continuous and not interrupted.
Yeah, unceasing prayer.
Yeah.
Ananda says that in the Bible it is said that our prayer must be unceasing. Okay.
Father,
So what is prayer? Yeah. Prayer is, you can say it verbally, say Ram, 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 or you can say it mentally, Ram, Ram, Ram. Yeah. In fact, if there is the only empty is the best. But if you're going to use the mind, then use it to remember the name of God. So, mental. Then our prayer drops into our heart, where even the chanting, the prayer comes from our heart to the heart. So then our prayers become a communion with God. Then our prayer deepens into a simple love, and to just hold this love for God in our heart is, we have not stopped praying. This is also a continuing of the prayer. Then you may feel like there's just a sheer presence. You're not able to say how you're being with that presence. It's just, the presence is just so apparent and palpable. And the world, even if it is appearing, seems to just be like a gentle cloud. Just coming, going like that, something. So you've not stopped your prayer. And then you may have an insight of yourselves which is beyond being and not being, beyond all the gunas. You meet yourself as the nirguna reality, the nirguna self, nirguna Brahman, nirguna God, whatever you want to call it. And from there, what to even say? So, even this is prayer for you to remain in the unborn, to remain open and empty, is also prayer. So everything, so like we said, so if you look at the most gross, so if you start with the body to prostrate the body is to pray. Then with the breath, I've explained how we can use it as an anchor for your prayer. In the Atmadarshan Samadhi, you can use that. Even the mind you can use to remember the name of God. If you're going to use it at all, then use it to pray. Once it's dropped into your heart, then it takes a life of its own. Then you are not going to say, oh, now Savikalpa should come, then Nirvikalpa should come. You can't control any of that. It's the Sadguru presence within itself, which guides all of this to happen. So then our life can become an unceasing prayer, because we may be in the midst of a lot of activity and things may be happening, but you can remain in the presence. You can remain in the love for the presence. If the presence seems too subtle, then you can remain in that, anchored in that love. It all depends on the kind of activity. So most activities actually there is enough room to chant while the activity can still go on. But if it seems like, no, it is too difficult, it seems like juggling, then anchor yourself in the love in your heart and let that activity unfold. If something seems even anchored in a subtlety, even beyond that, just the pure, primordial, and stay there. And if you've gone beyond all of that and your true nature as awareness is apparent to you, then you're completely open and empty. Then pure perception can continue, but you've not left the prayer. In all of this, what is common? The intention is not to serve the me. The intention is not to build your narratives more. You're not praying for me anymore. You're not praying so that something can happen for the me anymore. But at the simplest level, it is more important to pray for something if you're going to instead worry about it. Even that is more auspicious than to worry about it, because at least you hand it over. You see, in worry, we still hold on to our individual will, our individual doership. We still hold on to individual belief in power, which is the absence of humility. When we pray, so suppose you wanted, let's take a simple example. Suppose you wanted a tennis racket. Wanted a tennis racket. Like, when will I make enough money to buy myself this tennis racket? What do I have to do? Where can I get it? To sit and worry about it and to rely on your own power, which is non-existent as the ego, versus even to seem materialistic and selfish and say, God, please help me get this tennis racket, is better than for you to sit and worry about it. Because many times you'll make that block and say, no, I can't go to God with that. We rely on the false one. So take everything to God. That is another way to remain in prayer. You see, in the Narad Bhakti Sutras, Narad has told us that we must surrender everything, worldly desire, spiritual desire, everything to God's feet. And this is how we pray unceasingly. And all the sages have told us how to. Anandamayi Ma, of course, in her kindness has said, start with a short period of time, then keep increasing that. You see, use your breath to chant. All this she is also provided in some way, because it is the same light of the Sadguru presence that gets all these beautiful sages to share with us